So you want to see something pretty cool? It's a new project I'm working on. I've taken it out of the box and stuff already. Me and my kids did something when they were here. We took this thing out of the box. And a lot of you people have already seen this before, but I got it and I'm pretty happy for it. I plan on doing some mods and stuff. So let me go ahead and pull this shroud off and show you exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure the title gave it away, but let's go. So what you're looking at is the Corsair Crystal 570X. It's an extremely beautiful case. It's tempered glass everywhere, like all over the place. It's on the side panel, the top, on the back, and it's on the front panel too. Now, there's not many cases out there that look like this. This is a very, very, very flexible case. It exudes premium, and it complements my black and white theme that I actually have going on. I've been looking for a black and white case that has black and white accents on it. I couldn't find any besides this. And when I first saw this like last year, it really caught my eye. So I've been wanting to get one, and now I finally have one. So what I'm going to do for you all today is I'm actually going to go over all the features of this case. I'm going to take off the side panels and get up inside the case, show you how the case is, and we're going to just do that. So follow me. Alright, so getting up inside the case, the first thing that you will notice is the power supply shroud. Now, Corsair has done some things to this. When the case first came out, it came out with a half-baked power supply shroud. I can't talk. And when it came out, this actually was solid, completely solid, like it was a solid sheet of metal. And it also didn't have a grommet for cable routing, which is really, really bad for people like me who like to do smooth cable routing and stuff like that. Also, let me move over to the other side of the case. Excuse the lighting issues, but also there was no side panel right here. This was completely bare, so you can see all of the cables coming from the power supply. Okay, so moving back around this way on the power supply shroud, I know I'm focusing a lot on that, but Corsair has an LED logo of theirs right here. It's pretty cool actually. It lights up white and it's not RGB or anything like that, but with some mods I'm pretty sure you can make that RGB. I actually plan on trying that. So let's move around to the front of the case. Here is actually an LED light. There's an LED that sits here and it illuminates an LED logo, Corsair logo, on the front of the case that shines through the glass. It's a pretty nice touch. You also have space for up to 3 120mm fans or 2 140mm fans from what it looks like. This is actually removable. You can actually take this off and it's like a little tray that pops out. So if you want to put a 360 rad or something like that up there, popping this out makes it a lot easier to just put it on and slide it back into place. Let's see, the motherboard itself, the motherboard tray itself actually fits up to a full-size ATX board. It doesn't fit EATX, and it doesn't because if it did, it would block out these grommets right here. And this is actually offset at an angle. You can't really tell, but it's offset at an angle to allow for proper cable management on this side. And on the back of the case, this is where your 3.5-inch hard drives will sit at. And if you're wondering what these little slots are, this is for the SSD slot. So there's 2 SSD slots on the back, but I'll get to that in a minute. Now on the back, there's support for a 120 or 140mm fan, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 PCIe slots. And then the slots come in black. Okay, so right here there looks to be a spot for pump mount. So that's gonna be a good thing because I actually plan on doing like an all alpha cool fittings and pump and reservoir setup. So that's gonna be good. I already have white reservoirs, white radiators and white fittings and stuff like that. But I'm gonna stick with the white radiators because they have a black fin array. But I'm gonna stick with those because I have a 360 that's actually gonna go right up in here. I'm not gonna use this front panel. I'm gonna use that right there. I can use that front panel, but I'm gonna use it from right here because I plan on doing some cutouts or whatever to make it fit. But that's another video for another day. So let's jump up to the top of the case. Okay, so taking off this top glass panel reveals the top of the case. Now it's glass, so obviously it's see-through and everything, but it's a pretty unique design that Corsair has going on. Like, this is the dust filter, and it's magnetic. It's pretty strong, actually. It's kind of a weird shape to it, but it's a really fine mesh. If you can see, let me see if I can get it to focus in. It won't focus in, but it's a really fine mesh. So let's sit that to the side. Just throwing stuff over here. This looks like it actually comes off as well, but I'm not too sure. I haven't really played around with it. I actually want to paint this white to match the rest of the case on top, because to me that white and black up here kind of clashes a little bit. I like it on the inside of the case, but not up here. It's kind of weird. But anyway, that's another video. Like I said, up top you have the I/O, so you have the power button, you have the LED control right here, you have the headphone, the microphone, then you have two USB 3.0 ports right here. This mount right here is actually another mount where you can take off screws on the inside, like right up in here and right over here, but you can actually remove this, and this holds up to two 120mm fans or two 140s. Now I have two 140s or two 120s that are going to go up here on a 240mm mount for a radiator, and I'll be doing my mods and stuff like that. I'm actually going to use this bracket, so I'll have a top mounted radiator and a side mounted radiator right here. I could do the front like I said, but I don't know. I think I'm going to stay away from the front when it comes to the radiator. I think I'm going to put it on the side, and there's a video I'm going to link to you all so you can see what I'm talking about, because the guy had actually did this mod before. But yeah, all this stuff is detachable from what I understand. You can actually take this stuff off and do whatever you want to do to it. So let's move on to the front of the case. Okay, so here is the front of the case. Arguably, to me, this is probably the best part of the case, mainly for the simple fact that, man, I love this filter. This filter is just freaking great. It's awesome. But it's magnetic also. You just pull it off. Really simple filter. The thing about this filter is that it actually has a couple functionalities. Now, the screws to screw on the glass actually go on these little standoffs right here. It's actually kind of a unique solution by Corsair, because you actually need this filter to be able to screw your screws into the case. So kind of need that. Also, at the bottom down here, there is a logo that you can see, and this logo actually lights up. There's an LED that sits right at the bottom down here at the front of the case, and it lights up white. I was gonna see if I can mod that and switch it out to a different color LED. I don't think I would be able to, but I'm gonna try it anyway. And it looks like down here we have some air intake, and it's part of the feet down here. So it's a pretty nice front end. I was actually gonna take all this right here off and just leave a clean square area so where you can see straight through the case. And I was gonna mod this by taking off this honeycomb pattern and modding it that way, doing something a little different, to where you can see straight through the case and not see all these extra brackets and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it for the front of the case. Alright, now let's turn around to the back of the case. Now the back of the case is pretty interesting because it actually came with the SP120s. I took those out because I'm not going to use the SP120s. I'm going to use the HD120s, and it comes with the lighting node or the lighting controller. It's like a little 6-pin or a 6-port controller that's set right here, and then it came with a controller for the SP fans right there to control all the colors and stuff like that. But I replaced all that with the Commander Pro, and I personally wanted to use the Commander Pro because it's an all-in-one solution for controlling your fans, your lighting, fan speed, all that good stuff. It even has the lighting node pro built in if you don't have one. All you have to do is just add LEDs. So that's a good thing. But let's talk about the case. Now there's spots for two SSDs, two 2.5 inch SSDs or hard drives. I am going to actually be removing this second one. There was one right here too. I'm going to be removing this second one because I'm going to actually reorientate this Commander Pro and I'm going to turn it sideways. So I'm going to have it sitting right here going this way instead of that way. Below you see the power supply shroud. You can see where the LED is for the Corsair logo. Let's see what else we got. Around this side we have space for 1, 2, 3.5 inch drives, but I've already taken those caddies out and they fit on backwards. That's kind of weird. So you won't be showing like the silver part of your hard drive, you'll be showing the PCB board of the hard drive. It's kind of weird, the back of the hard drive. Then right here is a cable shroud. It's like a cable channel runway. It has all your cables to give you a nice clean finished look, but I've heard of people having trouble with that because it won't hide all the cables and it's kind of a tight fit. So we're gonna see what I can do if I can work my magic with that. But yeah, that's really about it when it comes to the back. This has been a overview of the Corsair 570X. So if you guys like it, drop me a like. If you don't like it, drop me a dislike. You know, anything you do can help me out on my channel. Also, I got more videos coming up about this case because I'm going to be doing a lot of modding, including cutting all this right here away. That's going to be gone, and I'm going to stick 1, 2, 3 HD 120s right there. And like I said, there's a video out there already where the guy did it, but I'm going to link you all to it so you can see exactly what I plan on doing. But I got some other stuff planned that he didn't do. So if you guys like my channel, drop me a like, subscribe, help me get up there to the 1,000 viewer mark because it's going to help me bring a lot more content to the channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see y'all later.